Here's the coffee and the phone. Let's go over here. If I have a little thing built already, that'll be great. If not, I'm just gonna have to make a little box. I want to lay it down easy so it doesn't shut off the audio. I thought it wouldn't. Now, first, let's see if I have. Okay, put this over here. Over here. My wife was here the other day. Well, not here the other day, but she was out here for a few minutes, and she did a little cleanup over there for me, which was nice. However, I started making a mess as soon as she cleaned it up. Now, what I want to do is I want to make a little box. You know, I could probably make it out of cardboard. I didn't even think of that. Let me get some. I got some scrap cardboard up here that I use for a number of things. This way, I don't have to start cutting wood and making something that I'm not going to be able to use it for anything else. So let's just get a couple pieces of cardboard here. Put this over here. You get a knife. If I made it out of wood, however, I could have just added another side to it, and I could have used it as a little box for storage. Let me make sure you guys are going to see what I'm doing here. This is something to think about in the home that nobody thinks about. And the only way to really tell you or show you that I feel is put something together to give you an idea of what we're talking about. I believe I've told you in the past, I've done a lot of, well, not a lot, but I've done my share of bodyguard work for both domestic stuff, you know, husband and wife divorces, and celebrities. I was every time Danny Kaye, now a lot of you are not going to know these people, Danny Kaye or Jack Cassidy, David Copperfield, I'm sure you remember that name, Sherry Belafonte, and there's a few other ones out there, came into town. I would get a call to meet them at the Park Plaza. Park Plaza is, well, it's no longer there, I don't think, as the Park Plazas. Park Plaza used to be one of the better hotels in the center of New Haven because there used to be the Schuberts, which is still there, and across the street was the Palace. At one time, the Palace was almost like the Schuberts. They had a lot of stage productions going on. And the Schubert, naturally, is still there. They do the same thing. They've had people there that are, you know, like I say, Jack Cassidy, Janet Leigh, Jamie Lee, you know, so it was a nice place. You know, if you're going to go out on the town that night, you know, oh, we went to the Schubert, you know, that type of thing. So, and there was a lot of stage stuff, you know. It wasn't... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to cut this on this side, right there. Let me get, there it is. I was just going to say, let me get, there it is, give myself a little bit of a line here to work with. I just want to slice it a little bit so I can bend it. love doing wood. Who knows? There we go. Okay. So, with that being said, and doing a lot of, like I say, domestic stuff. You know, wife is going for a divorce, and her husband is just not cooperating. You know, he's one of these raged husbands where she thinks she needs somebody to sleep outside her house and stuff like that. And you'd be surprised what goes on out there, and the fear that some people or women go through, especially when they have an outraged husband. I mean, you're divorcing him for a reason, and now he's showing more than the reason. You know, I mean, it could have been something like he was cheating on you and you decide to divorce him, but now it turns into a rage. Well, if that's there, that's always going to be there. So, you know, where do you draw the line at that point? But anyway, certain things in the house, the way the house is set up, the way the house is laid out, we don't think of these things. You know, we think of, what is it, when they got it, you know, the good karma, when everything has to be placed in the north or the east or the west. You know, we think of stuff like that, but we don't think of it as being anything with security. You know, we fail to think about security. You know, we're so concerned about the yin and the yang and the right and the wrong, we don't think about things like security. Hello. Now, years ago, you may not have had to worry about it like you do nowadays. And people that live in that world are probably not even thinking about anything like that because it doesn't exist to them, because it's not going to happen to them, so they think. Now, I don't consider myself overdone to where that's all I do. I feel I want to live a life. I mean, that's all there is to it. So I'm not going to base my life on fear. But I am going to base it on a little bit of security. You know, like even when you bring up your kids, you're bringing them up, you know, with in safety and things in mind. You want to make sure that they're secure and they're going to be safe. Well, it's the same thing in general with how you do with your house and things. Now, I may be taking it, you know, in another direction when I say these things, but you know, sometimes you have to say things in order for people to realize that the point is that you're trying to get across. But anyway, I used to do a lot of that domestic stuff. And like I say, security stuff. I've done security work for bank presidents, and I trained some of their security and fire alarms and stuff. Not that they even needed it because they're retired, you know, from the government and things. However, the state doesn't care about that. Let me get off the subject for a minute. I had to teach. There was 4 of them. One of them was a retired detective or something out of New York, so he had a pretty good rank going for him. Another one was with GSA. Another one was with I forgot what FBI. And then the other one was a brother. I don't remember what he did, but he was a brother to the one that was a cop or a detective in New York. So, these two are the same size. Yeah, good. These are the two I'm going to use. Now, with the state of Connecticut, if you're going to work any type of security work that involves a firearm, you have to take what they call a Connecticut State Blue Card course. Now, with all the training that they had, they still had to come to me or another instructor to be certified in that Blue Card. Now, I had to do it, and actually they called me, so I did it. I didn't have to do it, but you know, that's what I get my extra money from. So I said, okay. So in return, you know, I'm talking to them. We're at this particular house that they're um, protecting the family in, and we're in their security quarters, which I'm not going to tell you about. But we're bullshitting a little bit. I told him, listen, you know, I says, you know that this is just, you know, the law is the law. So I'm going to try to make this as little as demeaning as possible because I'm sure you already know this. So just kind of bear with me on it, you know, and we'll get through this. Because I wanted them to know that I understand where they're coming from here, you know, and sometimes the law is just stupid, but it's still the law. You know, you take a couple of retired government people and then tell them, well, listen, you got to go to this guy here because you got to be certified. What? You know, and some of them may have known more. You know, I mean, we're talking, you know, high stuff. Or maybe they didn't. But at this point, the state of Connecticut says, no ifs, ands, or buts. You got to take the test. So, which also shows in a way good because they're not going to show favoritism, which is also good. Favoritism is a good thing at times, but it can also get people in trouble. That's where judgment comes in. And some people don't look at judgment as being a worthy enough cause to push somebody out of something. And I feel judgment is definitely a cause because you're making judgment calls every day throughout your life. Even though you may not realize it, you're doing it. Yeah, like for instance, you may realize it at points when you say, gee, should I go to the store today or should I go tomorrow? It's going to be busy there tomorrow because it's a weekend, so maybe I better go today. You know, so you're making a judgment call at that point. Now that's, you know, an easy no-brainer. Nobody's going to die from it or anything. You know, houses aren't going to burn or, you know, people's lives aren't at stake other than yours being an inconvenience with other people being in the store. And you want to get out of there. But still, you're making a judgment call. Everything you do in your life is a judgment call. You're making a decision. Just like everything, part of everything, actually, again, in your life, relies and revolves around muscle memory. Muscle memory. Yeah. When you wake and you're in bed, you get out of bed. You don't think about getting out of bed. Well, you do think about it, so I want to get up or don't I? But once that judgment or decision is made, you just get up. You don't think about the steps that were involved and all that you did to get up. You know, you take the covers off, you had to swing your legs and your feet over around to the side, you had to stand up on your feet. You know, now these are all things that revolve around muscle memory. Just that because we've been doing it all our life, we don't think of it as such. Starting your car. I use that all the time when I get classes. I'll say to somebody, who wants to be picked on? Because you don't want to just pick on somebody in front of a group, you know, and make them feel maybe a little silly. That everybody gets a laugh out of it, including you if you got a good personality. But anyway, I ask. And somebody will put their hand up. They don't mind. Now, you always got the ones that want to be part of, so they're always going to be there for you. So I tell them, all right, what I want you to do, now this is kind of stupid, but it's the point. So I want you to go out to your car, start it up, and then come back in. Now at this point, they're all looking at me like, okay, what's the joke? You know, including the one that I'm asking. You know, and he looks at me like, yeah, just go out to the car, start it up, come back in. I says, we'll talk about it later. I says, don't worry about it. So he goes out to the car. You hear the car start up. You hear the car shut down. So that's what I say, go start your car, turn it off, come back in. And so that's what he does. So far, sounds good, right? Right. Okay, now, where do I want this? I don't want to use that one. This one may work by itself just like it is. No, not quite long enough. Okay. Let's use this one. That'll work. So, meanwhile, back at the ranch. Oop, gotta do it this way first. Sorry guys, I know. So meanwhile, he goes out and he does his thing. And he comes back in. He sits back down. And I say to him, now explain to the group here and myself what you just done. What you do just now. I did what you asked me to do. I go, okay. Explain that to me. Explain it to us. We're not going to pick on you. This is just all in fun. He says, it may sound stupid, but I'm trying to make a point. Okay. So, after a few minutes of thinking about it, he gets to the point to where he's ready to tell us what he did. Because he had to think about it for a minute. So he says, all right. He says, you asked me to go out to the car, right? Yeah, I did. And you did. We heard it start. And you came in here. Yeah, so, okay. So I went out to the car. I go, yeah, we know. We heard the car start. I said, but you're not telling me what you did. This was why I started the car. Okay. Now, I'm going to make a little fun of it here, so if you don't mind, I says, I want you to tell me what you did. He says, I don't understand. I went out to the car, started it, turned it off, came back in like you asked. He said, yeah, exactly. I said, you want to know why you don't understand? Because we don't pay attention to it, because we plan on it. It's already there. We've been doing it for so long, all our life. I haven't made the point yet. But everything you did without even paying attention to what you did. I said, let's make it a little bit easier for everybody. When I asked you to go out and start the car, you went out and started up the car, right? Yeah. Okay. So you got that down, right? Right. Now, you couldn't start the car, or going out to start the car, sitting in that seat. Am I correct? He goes, oh yeah. Right. I said, so what'd you do? Still I had to get up. There we go. Now we're talking. I says, now what'd you do? He said, well, I went out and started the car. We've already established that you did that. I want to know what you did. He goes, I said, when you stood up, did you just immaculately or magically end up inside your car with your ignition in the key? And he goes, no, I had to walk to, okay, so you had to walk to the car after you got up. So now we're starting to get to the point, and I'll make the point real quick. He said, nah,